Boom.
We're back. We're back for
Eminem.
part two, sir.
Part two.
Part two. We asked for it. I mean, well, they asked for it, and it's coming. It's back. It's part two.
Well, we
Um,
demanded it actually.
it was demanded. Like this had to happen again because our conversations are just really good, man. It's not this,
It was
scripted.
good.
It's not scripted. It's like
We got
it's
stuck
actual
on gaming.
organic conversation and shit. Listen, before I even started recording this, we both had issues with our computers, and we both had to restart it. That was crazy. And I was telling you how my
And
son was on
thing
the
said
same.
disk error, so I'm like, okay, repairing disk error, turned it up, turned it back on, repairing disk error, now we're back to it.
Go back to it. See, he's doing it. It's doing it again. I'm desynced. I don't know what's going on here, but
So I don't understand. How do I have a disk error? This is a new SSD I bought from Best Buy. Like, come on.
I have a brand new computer I bought for Best Buy that's doing this.
Yeah.
It's because my son was playing, like I said before we went live, my son was playing on Steam.
Right.
It was updating and all that other stuff. And he had Steam open, Game Pass open. I'm like, we gotta talk, son. We gotta.
You know, what were you playing? 6 games at one
I
time?
mean, like I got a good computer. Just it's not a great computer. It's not like the ultimate computer of the world. You know.
Right.
Let's not do that. But no, I'm glad that at least I'm able to. Hey, man, you like the green screen back there?
I mean, I'm not jealous. I mean, I am a little bit. I mean, a little
No,
bit.
I mean, it has your logo on it though. It's nobody else got this, bro. This is you. You got this.
Nah, that shit is legendary. That shit is
the red
fire.
carpet was set out for you, part two. And I know last week's episode I fucked up. You know, the camera picked up the audio, so it sounded like I was
You
cooking a
did
damn tin
not
can
fuck up.
underwater.
That's the way the universe wanted to happen, so it happened like that.
True. All right. But today I got the actual professional mic going. Professional, I use that in a loose term because
Loose turn.
Woo! And I got the achievement unlocked hat because 2 times with you, that's an achievement unlocked. That has to be, bro. That's just hey, man. So last time we spoke, some shit happened, man. Some shit went down. We got the PlayStation show happened today, and
I watched
I'm dating. Yeah, what else? I'm dating the show here, but it happened today. I progressed substantially in Elden Rings. Let's see. I caught up to some of the podcasts like that were going on that I haven't been, keeping up with. I've been catching up on that. But man, some stuff. How's since the last time we spoke? How's your week been going?
Relaxing, busy with work. Bro, lately, like today, maybe like Tuesday, I played yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday I played a little bit of Cyberpunk. Because before that, I was just busy with work. So, for what it's been for like almost a week and a half ish, I've been just coming home and just throwing on Netflix and watching the 100. The 100.
Bro,
oh my God.
I gotta finish that. I'm on like the 2 seasons before it ends.
I'm on season. I think I'm on season 4. I think I just got to season 4. Season 4, season 5, season 4. When they just took care of the artificial such and such.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
The AI Bob, the AI lady.
The AI lady. Yeah. So now they got to deal with the whole world ending and all that shit. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. For anybody who's watches 100, when this premieres, if you watch 100, if you haven't got past season 3 or 4, don't watch this part. Spoilers.
Let me see what happens if I take off the green screen because it's still desyncing and that's annoying me, man. Let me see if I do that and just let's see what happens. Yeah, I think the green screen was taking too much. Yeah, it was a green screen. See, man, your profile pic, man, that shit was taking like it's that good. It's that good that it's like, nah, man, we can't handle him, man. It's like what?
Shout out to Graphic God. He's the one who designed that profile picture for me. So if you need any work, Go to Graphic God. Twitter.
I need to hit that guy up. I need to update my pro pick. I need to hit him up. He does great work in the community, man.
He uses the Surface Pro.
Great work.
He uses the Surface Pro.
He has his hand in almost everybody in content creating world that I watch and follow. He has a hand in their content, whether it be an intro, whether it be a pro pick. It's just like it's amazing.
A layout, Twitter layout, all that
layouts. I apologize. I had to take off the green screen, but I'll just do this. That way we can have
it is cool because look, if they look right there, I'm right there again.
Well, I can't go to your screen, but right over
there.
Yeah.
For a lot of people who don't know, if you look at the display picture of mine, that is N7 armor from Mass Effect. Everything.
That's how you know. That's how you're gonna know that like you separate the actual Mass Effect players to the ones that say, "Oh, it's good if I play." Like, that's how you know. Like if you can't call that out right there,
that is the N7 armor, right, for Mass Effect, and the mask that I'm wearing, that's basically Anubis, the god of death.
Yeah.
So, because that's basically like part of my my culture, and the glasses that you see, that's me. So that's basically my spirit animal.
You know, I don't know if you read the cheat sheet I got here with the questions I had or any kind of conversation I want to have with you, but that was one of those things I wanted to like point out about your pro pick for you to explain it because we didn't do that last episode.
Yeah, that's a news.
I guess you read my notes because you're already talking about your pro pick. So N7 armor, which we all know from Mass Effect, and you have the Anubis helmet on. Or face, I should say, with your glasses, which is pretty cool. See, I missed the glasses part.
Right.
I didn't realize the glasses were. And I'm like, oh wait a minute, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense.
Jay drew that down to a T, bro.
That's also graphic, right? Graphic.
Yeah. That's graphic art.
I gotta. Hopefully, he watches this episode. Hey, if you watch this,
he's gonna watch it.
I'm gonna hit you up in the DMs.
Plus, he's my lawyer. If he don't watch it, I'm gonna fine his ass. So watch the shit.
Hey, so on the content creating side of shit, man, what are you like? Are you like inspiring to do your channel or anything out of the ordinary? Okay,
I am trying to do my channel. I recently, maybe like a month ago, I changed the YouTube.
By the way, you should.
Right. Dragonheart Yoby TV now. So slowly but surely. I was supposed to start editing these past 2 days, but dude, I wasn't really.
The workload?
I was like, dude, no. I'm tired. I just finished work. I've been tired every day. I'm like, you know what? I'm relaxing. F this. Fuck all that.
And you're not working from home, right? You're literally you're going out your house to work.
Nah, my job. I work at a restaurant as a dishwasher. It's really like I say like 2-3 blocks away. So it's like a 15-minute walk.
Yeah, but still, you're working out your home.
I'm working out my home.
You still got the commute, is what I'm saying. I don't care if it's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. It's still a commute. You still got to leave your home and commute that. So yeah, and it's mind draining. You know, it's like I mean, it's cool. I guess if you had a choice, an option to either walk or drive, I would take the walk part of it because
I'll walk.
Yeah, the walking part I think will be the best.
Like right there.
It's how you get the scenery, the view before you get home. You get different noises in your headspace before you get home because you know we need that. That's a what do you call it? Diffusing or what? Not diffusing, but what's that called when astronauts come from space and they put themselves in a capsule to before they go out to the real world. There you go to the pressure. Man, I suck at this, but the pressurized from the world, man.
All right.
Talk to me about who's Yoby, man? Like age, like your birth. When's your birthday? Your zodiac sign? No, wait, I'm just playing around.
No, I got you. I'm
playing.
Bro, come on. Hey, listen. This is about me, so I got you.
It is about you.
I'm 33. Turned 34 this year. Born July 20th, 1988. I am a Cancer.
See, no, I'm giving you the same look everybody gives me when I say 43. Yeah. You don't know 33.
Right. No, I'm born July 2088. 33. Turning 34.
That skin though, dog. That skin.
Well, you know.
Glossy. Look like a young 23 right there, yo.
Yeah, they're 21. You can do it. Who say it? But listen,
you're a Cancer.
I'm a Cancer. I still, I don't even feel my age. I still feel like I'm young as hell. Oh shit, what's that?
Cancer.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Yeah, I'm a Cancer.
Respect. Okay.
My birthday's in June.
Okay. Yeah, mine's in July. My little brother's in July. My sister's in July, and my other brother, he fucked it up. His birthday's in March. Just passed that.
Like he had a fucking choice. Come on. Right. Man, had no choice, bro.
Yeah, it was funny. I was like, bro, why you fucked it up? He's like, he looked at me. He's like, bitch, I ain't had no control over that. I'm like, I'm just.
I had no control over that, bro. But could you imagine if we did?
Oh yeah, right.
I'll be like Kim Kardashian, and like what she did the other day when she yelling, "Go to work, and you should be working and working." Like, man, listen, woman, you ain't work a day in your life. Well, maybe on your back, but you ain't do nothing else. Stop it.
I would not confirm or deny that allegedly.
No.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Well, we can do allegedly,
hold
yeah.
on.
Allegedly. But you can't spell allegedly, or can you?
Yeah, hold on.
Without the letters R and J?
My lawyer said allegedly.
Okay, perfect.
There.
We'll just leave it at that. Go ahead. So continue, sir.
So to answer your question, who is Yoby? Yoby is so it starts as Tony. Tony is my real name, right? Yoby is something I created from within. You know, growing up, my nickname was Twister. I got the nickname from if you remember Rocket Power, the character Twister. So that's what my name derived from, my nickname. Twister got along, basically caught hold of me because I was a crazy badass kid. You fuck with me, then you know I'm fighting, I'm getting sticks and all that shit. Like I said, I was little, I couldn't control that. I didn't know what I was doing. But
we come from a wild era though, man.
Yes.
Some 80s are wild, man. 80s and 90s, wild.
Yes. Trying to remember what I'm saying. So yeah. Through the years, like from square one, I always loved video games. Like, let's not get that misconstrued. I loved video games. The first piece of video games I remember playing was Game Boy, the OG Game Boy with the green background.
Green, black and green. Not the black and white, black and green.
Right. I don't know how y'all pulled that shit off. Goddamn. Black and white, yeah, green. And the first game I remember playing was called Donkey Kong, right? But you didn't play as Donkey Kong. You were Mario.
Bro, why did nobody ever pick that up?
It's called Donkey Kong. He was smiling on the front cover, but you played as Mario.
Nobody ever picked that up.
Low key, that game was the.
Are you talking about the barrels? The one with the barrels coming down the sides and
the barrels come. No, wait. No. I'm trying to remember. Was it that one?
Because in that one, you were Mario. That was your character. And the game was called Donkey Kong, but he was the one on top. And he was throwing barrels at you. I remember playing that. Well, I'm older, so I remember playing that in the arcade.
Yeah, he threw barrels at you, right? No, but it was a different one. So he threw barrels at you, but you get this thing where I forgot what it was. You get a hammer, you start knocking the barrels away.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Now, once you get past first stage, you get the second stage. But cause you know that game had a lot of stages, and as you got to different stages, the stages got longer and longer and longer. Like, it was insane. So like, you could jump over barrels, then you could make Mario jump up, land upside down. He walking on his hands and stuff.
Bro. Well, so here's the thing. So since the whole Souls-like game is in right now, the whole genre of Souls-like, dying and not dying, and think about that. That game, when you died, what happened? Did you have a checkpoint?
Yes.
Like, if you died in a certain area, did you start right there? Or did you had to go all the way back?
Yeah, I believe you had a checkpoint. It's been so long.
Okay, because the Donkey Kong used to play with the old school one with the barrels coming down. You died. That shit was. I don't care how far you made the game, you went back.
Like you had a checkpoint, but if you died a certain amount of time, you start all the way at the beginning. At the beginning of said level. And you had lives. But the thing about this one, Mario couldn't use like no fireballs, nothing. He was just plain Mario.
No mushrooms, no
mushroom, nothing. You could land up and down. He's walking on his hands. You could jump, hit, like it was way ahead of his time. Oh my God! Excuse me. I'm so sorry. See, my damn dog.
You're good. I love this. This is good. Organic. I'm sure our viewers are watching will be like, "Oh my God, this is like."
You want to say hi again? Come say hi again. There you go. Say hi.
I mean, she's got to say hi. Hey.
Of course. Say hi. There you go. All right, go.
I love cats, man.
So, what were we talking about again?
Donkey Kong on his arm, on his hand standing.
Yeah, so it was a handstand. He was on a handstand walking up and down, and you could do like you could have barrels coming, you could do flips, and he would flip over it, and just like it was way ahead of his time. And I'm shocked with that game because that out of all Mario games, I want them to either remake that and with today's standard, put it exclusive on Switch, and I need a sequel to Mario RPG Legends of the Seven Star because that is the GOAT of all Mario games ever. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody. I don't hear nothing else. Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Star is the greatest Mario game ever
Bro,
made.
yes.
Whoever fights me on
And
that,
I was one of those not believing in like I'm not I didn't hate it. I was one of those going into going I don't know if that's gonna be my thing. I'm old school Mario, but then I ended up getting it anyways and playing. I'm going, no, this is smart. This is genius. I like
and
it.
that was made by Square Enix. That Mario game was legendary, dude. So
Talk
legendary.
about Square games, man. Look at that. Like I was just talking to a buddy of mine, Nick, and we were just texting each other. We were talking about Square games, how they they announced the 2 games on PlayStation today at the very end of the show. And I'm sitting here going, what have they done lately that's like great? And I'm going, well, I mean, they do have the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's awesome. But then you have your Avengers, which the story was good, campaign was smooth, it was good. The end game was not. And then what up? Like the Final Fantasy being on one console, not the other, or even that last Final Fantasy that came out, the Origin one that just came out.
They know exactly what they're doing with that Final Fantasy VII remake. They're gonna install it.
They know what they're doing.
They're gonna install it as much as they can. As soon as they come to Xbox, the sales gonna be shit. Sony, congratulations. You saw that. You did what you saw that do. I'm not buying that shit. I'm not buying that shit.
I mean, I haven't been big on Final Fantasy scene for quite some time. I think I want to say
beautiful game, but I'm not buying that shit.
I want to say 13 was probably maybe before that is when I stopped. But my all-time favorite is 7. Is my Final Fantasy back. Like 7 was my shit. And when they came out with the remake, I'm like, fuck. If I ever get a PS5, I'm definitely gonna get that game. Definitely gonna because 7 is my thing. Right. But the way they're handling this shit is crazy. How they're doing the remake and how they're handling it and how we don't know. Like we can speculate that it's exclusivity under certain terms, but we don't know because it's been past a year. It's been what 2 years, going on 2 years now.
Right. Like they said the exclusivity was ended in last year April. So
well, yeah, and then there's people saying, "Oh no, it got renewed," but never officially announced. And I'm going, what's stopping this from being on PC? Well, it's on PC, right? It's on Steam.
I have no idea, to be honest.
Like, I don't even know if it's on there, and I don't want to like say something I don't have no research on it, but not to be on.
I'll look it up for you. Right
here's what upsets me: not the whole console war. I give two shits about that, but the fact that they always tweeting out, "Oh, it didn't meet expectations." Well, no shit. Of course, it didn't meet expectation. When you bring out a game, you're not including like gamers across the spectrum. You're only saying, "I want to put it on, release it on this console." Like it's not. I mean, for you to come out and say it didn't meet expectations, well, yeah, no shit. But I digress, man. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. So, hold on. So, Final Fantasy VII is coming to PC.
Oh, it hasn't come out yet. Okay.
No, it's there. It's there. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is coming to PC December 16th. So, I'm guessing it is on PC.
Already there. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's on PC.
And I could just check right now. I got Steam open, but it's my favorite Final Fantasy is 7, and the way they remade it remake it or however they want to call it, I'm going, man, it's kind of cool because they focusing only on that one, what's it, Midgard, like only that section of the game for now, and they're going from that. It's like okay, but this newer one that came out, it's like supposed to be like an origin Final Fantasy with a guy that looks like Dante.
They showed a trailer on the State of Play.
Yeah, they did.
That does not look or play like a Final Fantasy. That shit look like Final Fantasy merged with Devil May Cry.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The guy looks like,
amazing though. It looks amazing.
It looks amazing. He looks like Dante. And I'm going, and this is going to be across all platforms. Like, you need to do that more often. Put your games on multiple platforms.
Right.
Not this thing where you just putting it on one thing and then complaining that you're not making money off of it. Of course you're not making money. That's like you creating something, Yoby, and you only sell it on your platform and make a certain amount of money that doesn't meet your expectations because you had a goal of, let's say, 1,000, but you only have 500. Well, yeah, you excluded my platform. You're not. Hello. No. Maybe I don't know if this is part of that whole shit, but whatever. Yeah. So, but that What do you think about the PlayStation Showcase? Did you like it? Or I don't know. It was a showcase. It was the State of Play.
Okay, wait. So before we get to that, I gotta finish telling you about
Oh yeah,
myself.
my bad. Yeah,
Nah, you good, you good. So like I said, first video game started with Game Boy, and that Donkey Kong game was also, which it was really a Mario game as well. Then slowly it became to the NES when it had that frustrating, idiotic, amazing but frustrated. You want to rip your hair out game, Duck Hunt. Curse Duck Hunt.
You didn't like Duck Hunt? That was like
legendary. It was a great game, but Curse Duck Hunt, because you got the damn gun, you aim at the screen and you pull the damn trigger, and the duck is not damn dying, and then the dog pops up like
laughs at you.
What the fuck you laughing at me for? I'm gonna kill your ass too. But
it's bad enough that the damn gun is not working right. You want to come out and laugh at me like I did something wrong. Yeah.
And it wasn't nothing wrong with the gun. I wasn't pulling the trigger hard enough. It was legendary. Way ahead of its time.
Yeah, the
way ahead of its time. But
it was ahead of its time. Well, that and what's the other one that I mentioned on my show? Gyromite with the robot Rob, where he grabs the little spinning tops and drops it on a. It was called Gyromite. It was a stupid game. You didn't control the character. It was an old man that walked across the screen. And your job, your objective was to make sure the doors opened up for him so he could walk through it. He kept walking forward. You just had to make him. You had to pass him, get him through the whole level without him dying, by opening up these doorways for him, like little valves. And it's if you play with a controller, it was simply the A or the B button to open up these things, blue or red valves.
Right.
But it came with such a gimmick, something called Rob, a robot, a whole big robot, where it took so many batteries. But the whole point of it was you controlled Rob with your controller. You had two controllers, one to control the robot, and another one pinched under the A and B button, so that when he drops the top on the big old green and red buttons, like it presses the button and then the valve in the game opens up.
Gotcha.
So it was one of those. But Rob, had to be powered up. If he wasn't, and he should die mid game, your old man is like, oh, okay. Because it was not just him moving. The stage also moved. So if you wasn't moving quick enough and the stage caught up to you, like behind you die.
Oh yeah, you got to be careful with that.
Oh yeah, but I'm telling you, we're from the era of Souls games. You want to talk about Souls games now? No, we played that a long time ago, man.
Right. And what else? So yeah, then from there it birthed to Super Nintendo. That's the all-time Nintendo classic that birthed a whole bunch of games and a whole bunch of unique, different experience. Because that's when I really got the full blast, like the whole 10-star meal of Nintendo. And I believe that was, I wouldn't say. Well, I can't call it the best, because that was like what Nintendo. I think
if it was the best for you, you can call it the best. For me, the SNES was the best.
I can't call it the best because I couldn't comprehend that shit at that age. We were still trying to wrap our heads around what the hell is Nintendo, like, and we know it's video games, but we still trying to wrap our heads around it. And then fast forward that through the years, one thing I could say about me and myself personally is video games was always that anchor for me. Like growing up slowly, growing up slowly, it was always that anchor for me to, like, once, like way before reality hits, it was Nintendo became that anchor. I mean, Nintendo video games, it became that anchor for me to, like, I want to say not to be scared, but to just keep myself calm.
Yep.
Because I had a bad attitude growing up. I had a shitty attitude growing up. Got my ass whooped for a couple of times. Got punched in my mouth a couple of times for it. But hey, it comes with the territory. Video games helped me to calm down a lot. It got to the point one time where I love video games so much. This is when Mario Kart first dropped.
Oh no, we talking Mario Kart? Oh, we Mario Kart. We're already there.
Mario Kart.
Okay.
Super Nintendo. The next morning, everyone went to school. I hear under the bed, and I hear in the background I heard my sister, but she was outside the window. The window was cracked, so all I heard was ooh. I don't know what a ooh was. I don't know how she saw me. I was hidden up under the bed. When I heard her walk away, went into the living room, started playing Mario Kart. Kid you not. 5 minutes passed. Hear the door open. Look to the door. My mom, let's go. I just wanted to stay home and play Mario Kart. Took me to school. She sat there talking with my teacher. Why did you do what you do, Tony? I looked at that lady like, that ain't paying attention to you. Lady, video games. That's why.
Yeah. Little did we know then that video games was going to be the anchor of our lives completely. Like,
definitely.
The way we think about it now, because we share similar stories. I think a lot of gamers share those similar stories, especially when you come from that era where we saw there was violence outside. There was a lot of stuff that was happening around us that we didn't comprehend then, but now we know as adults, oh shit, that was going around us. I mean, I attribute a lot of gaming to my upbringing, to the way I am now. Just like you, it was a tough childhood, growing up. There was a lot going on in the neighborhood that I could have got involved in, or I could have. And I was just like you, trouble child. I was that kid that I was looking for trouble, always looking for getting into trouble. I was always looking to get my mom hated the fact that every day I went out that house, she thought I was gonna get into the hospital, like I was gonna end up in the hospital. So just like you, man, just the gaming I attribute to that. But a lot of gamers are like that, man, and I appreciate you sharing these stories with us because
it's real.
I love hearing these things, man. Like I always think, what started you as a gamer? Whether it be now, whether it be later, whether it be when, what started you as a gamer? And I love it, man. Like, you'd be surprised when you hear a story from somebody how they got into gaming, how much of that is like, wow, I share that. Like, I understand that. It may not be exactly what you went through, but I understand what you're talking about. So,
right.
But go ahead, man. You said you got. What was your first console?
That I bought with my own money, or my first console that my
dad?
With
your own money. Because our parents bought our stuff, but like, what's your very first? You bought your own money.
My first console that I bought with my own money was the Xbox 360.
Not what?
It was the Xbox 360.
Okay.
I was gonna say the Xbox OG, but my dad got that from me, so that don't count. But I've been part of Xbox since Xbox OG, so that count. But it didn't register that I've been with Xbox since Xbox Live first started, because I remember at one point I wasn't on Xbox, and that was sometime during the 360 era. But 360 was the first console I bought with my own money. So yeah, and the first game I got was. I'm so ashamed to say this.
No. This is a no shame free zone, man.
No. Because this game fucked up the legacy of the series.
I can tell. I'm not gonna. I guarantee I won't judge. I won't even.
Def Jam Icon.
Oh fuck. Out of all the games, that's the one you want to. Oh man, see, now I gotta take that. I'm gonna edit that whole part out. God,
bro,
why you brought that one up, man?
I didn't comprehend it at the time. I thought it was cool. Then, like maybe 3 months into it, I was like, "Yo, this shit fucking sucks."
Fight for New York was a whole lot better, man.
Bro, they changed the gameplay engine.
Yep.
They changed the story. D-Mod wasn't the story.
It wasn't a Def Jam game. It just was not a Def Jam game. God, man. See, I was all full in going. I can't shame that. I have to, man.
I want to cry.
That game gets no.
I wanted to cry. Let's take it a step back. But yeah, video games always been there for me. Like, it's been a time. It was during the 360 era where I stopped gaming, not because I wanted to. It's because I got bored.
Oh, okay.
Like not bored with life, but I at one point I got bored with gaming, and I just let my Xbox Live account run out. Like I didn't care. and then
Is it because of lack of gaming, or you just got burnt out, or like it got to a point where it's like, it's just not doing it for me no more at this current stage of my life?
I was a teenager and I was more focused on school. And I hated school. Um, I was more focused on outside stuff. So
Okay.
I'm gonna let it be known right here. So I think around the time I stopped gaming was like I stopped gaming, but around the time it was like it was like an on and off thing, like on and off thing. I know around that time is when things got a little bit more serious. I trying to remember. I remember, but I'm trying to like ease to it slowly. I think it was around that time when I'm trying to remember. I joined a gang. I joined the gang with my cousins. Yeah, with my cousins.
Isn't it always
'Cause-
that way though? You don't ever join on your own. There's always the pressure, the peer pressure. Like your family
yeah,
members or your friends are always like, I'm
was
in it.
wasn't even peer pressure. It's because I don't know. It was at one point. I don't know what it was. Sensei, I just ain't feel safe. I don't know where that came from. Still don't know to this day. But I'm good now. Like I'm extra gravy. But at that time, like young, dumb in the head, wasn't thinking clearly. I didn't feel safe at that one point. And once I found out that my cousin was in the gang, I'm like, hold up, I don't know these dudes, so I'm joining the gang too. I'm joining with y'all because I don't
That's
know
how
these
it
dudes.
works.
I don't know
That's the when I was saying peer pressure. I
Mhm.
didn't mean it as in them coming to you saying, "Hey, you need to
Oh no,
come
no,
with."
I went to them.
No, you went to them, and
Right,
that's how it was for like me growing up in the Bronx. That's how it was. It's one of those things where it's like they don't have to come to me and say, "Hey, join."
right,
I saw that they were a part of it. My cousins, my blood relatives were part of it, and they were well protected, and they knew people.
right, right, right.
They knew people, and I'm going, I want to be a part of that. To me, back then, correct me if I'm wrong. Back then, joining a gang wasn't, at least for me, it wasn't this whole bloody. Let's get into fist fights, and we're always fighting and trying to take over turf wars. And for
Mhm.
me, it was more like being inclusive, being part of something, like family. As cheesy as that sounds, family. You
That
know,
wasn't cheesy, not at all.
for some that may sound cheesy, but that's what being part of a gang was about for me back when I was growing up. And
Mhm.
I feel like that's what you're getting at. Like because you felt like you were somebody when you
I
joined it.
felt included.
Yep.
I felt included. It felt like a family. Um, it was. I felt safe. Like I said, I don't know around that time. I don't know where this whole I've been feeling safe come from, but um, I'll figure it out one day. So yeah, if it made me feel safe, I had my cousins back. The hell was that? Oh, so yeah,
No, I didn't hear nothing.
okay, maybe it was just me. I had my cousins back, so that was number one. Number two was I just got a brain fart. Number
You
two,
good?
okay. I had my cousins back, so that was like one of the main goals. And usually you gotta get jumped in, like you gotta get your
Right. The
ass whooped.
initiation. Yeah.
They didn't. They blessed me in. I was actually ready to get jumped in, but they blessed me in. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. It was like, no, we really
Yo,
fuck
we
with you.
share we share the most similar when it comes to that.
Mhm.
Yo, that's like so wow. It's mind blowing because that part right there is the same. Oh, it's just crazy. Go. You're
Right,
like
right.
while you're talking, you're taking me back. Like my brain bank, it's like opening up a door that hasn't been
Mhm.
opened in a long time, and I'm visiting those memories, man.
Right.
Jeez, go ahead, man. Wow.
So I got blessed in, and from there everything was good. I mean, like a month or two in, it was a little bit of friction within the group. I mean, but then of course, why wouldn't it be? Said some things to my cousin, and it got a little out of hand. We was about to fight. It was at that time I needed to learn how to watch what the fuck I say. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it like shit happens. We're good. Ooh, we're good today. We're good today. But um and for everybody who's watching, it wasn't to the point where we ganged up? Did we go around beat people ass for no reason? Nah, it was always a reason. We did missions. We spray painted. We spray
Real
painted.
life Saints Row shit, you know.
Basically, yes, we did missions. We did a little spray painting. The only time it got serious is when people rolled up on us, and that's a whole different story. Did we fight? Lots of fight. I didn't see as many fights as I wanted to at the time, but whenever shit went down where it was a big ass argument within another group, I was always there. Always had my cousins back. Got to the point where I found out these dudes who we were beefing with. I found out that one of the dudes who was beefing with, one of the dudes that I knew was in that group, and come to find out the dude was the leader. And the crazy thing about the leader is we're in the same classroom at the time. We found out we was in the same class. I was like, no way. He was like, oh shit, you got Tony Hill with you? You got Tony Hill with you? And I'm looking down, I was like, a word?
I just want to explain for the viewers that are watching this. I want to explain this. We're not condoning violence. We're not condoning that's what we should be doing. No, we're not condoning that. We're just simply sharing, or I should say, Yoby simply sharing his experience on his upbringing, or not upbringing, but his childhood and what's part of that. Right. And we're just talking about that and going through those motions. But by all means, I'm gonna disclaim that right now. We're not condoning violence. So if you're watching this episode, we're not saying go out there and join a gang and start beating up on people. That's not what we're saying. This is just us sharing our life. So go ahead. Sorry about that.
So yeah. So once he's like, oh, you riding with them? You riding with them? I was like, these are my cousins, bro. It is what it is. You touch my cousins, you got to deal with me. I'm not. It wasn't no being a tough guy. I'm like, no, these are my family. These two dudes, these are my cousins, and the dudes who they riding with, we're all one unit. We're all one crew. We're one. We rep the 7-4 GDs, folks. The cousin of the Crips. 7-4 GD to the world, bro. That's what it was at the time. Blue bandana, blue bandana, blue everything. That's what it was at the time. And no people. I'm not gonna throw the gang side. I still remember the gang side. I'm not throwing that up. So just do your research. I think folks.
You sure we could do the walk, man? We could do the walk on camera.
We're not doing that. Like I said, after that, and this one I knew it was. I wouldn't say it got real, but it was funny as shit. Not the next day, maybe like 2 weeks later, my dad's like, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, what?" No, I was riding by a building and I saw somebody spray paint and put Tony Hill's dead. You know what's that about? I was like, no. He's like, oh, did you get in an altercation with somebody? I'm like, yeah, some dude at school, but I didn't know who he was. That was a lie. I knew who he was. He's like, oh, I just want to make sure you can. I'm like, man, I'm good, man. I'm good. He's all right. Talk to you later. Bye. Love you. All right. Peace, pops. Love you. Hung up the phone. I was like, yo, he sent me the picture of it. And I sent it to my cousin and the crew. He's like, yo, what did you do? I'm like, I didn't do nothing, bro. It was from that situation when they all saw us there by the metro. He's like, oh yeah, that's word. He's like, oh, you good? I'm like, man, I ain't worried, bro. I'm chilling. I'm not worried about it. It is what it is. He's like, listen, man, you about to come scoop you up now, you know. Go on. Just go kick it. Scoop me up, went to go kick it. Dressed up in all blue, you know. Just chilling. Now, here's the highlight. This actually, do I want to tell this part? Yes, I do. So, we were at Dolphin Mall.
Okay.
Chilling, kicking it. The whole crew clicking. Me and my cousins, the whole crew. We seen this beautiful woman. Very beautiful, head to toe. My cousin saw her, and then he looked at the dude who was with her, and my cousin said, damn, what's her fine ass doing with an ugly ass dude like that? I was like,
Loud,
oh,
like loud. Oh my
loud
god.
as fuck. The whole entire mall could have heard it. And I looked and I was like, say word. And the dude was like, yo, what you say? And the dude, I say, so he whistles. So I'm thinking for it be the gang of people coming, right? One small ass dude with a yellow shirt came over. So it's two of them versus 12 of us.
Really?
Nah, but
Really?
don't get me wrong.
Okay.
The original dude, he was like about my cousin. He was tall
So
as
it's,
hell.
it's always a tall guy getting the small guy.
Yeah,
It's always,
he was like tall as the damn Undertaker. So the fight broke out. The big dude squared us with us. 1-2, 1-2. Then my cousin came out of nowhere, and I think he had like the power of Thor and God all in one, and just punched the shit out of him. His head went like that. His head hit the wall, and pieces of the wall fell off. I was like, what the fuck? Luckily, he didn't bleed. I don't know how the hell that happened. Then the dude tackled my other
Stonehead,
cousin on the
man.
ground. Yeah, the other dude dropped to the floor. Just hitting him on his forehead. Just bam, 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 bam. Next thing you know, police start coming, and we running, hit the stairs down. They chase us, right? Chasing. And then I see a chick and a dude right here, right? And I just run and I cut between them. I'm like, hey, sorry you guys, can you guys just walk with me? Being chased by the police. See the police run past, and the dude on the left is like, yo, what up, Tony? And I was like, what up, Tony? It was my classmate Alex. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? He's like, yeah, man, we're just chilling. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, man, you saved my ass, bro. And then the chick on the right, oh, you're not gonna say hi, sweetheart? Look to the right. It's my classmate Ashley. I'm like, what are you guys doing here? Like it was like a match made in heaven. I'm like, yo, you guys are saving my ass. Gave her a hug. She's like, yo, what's going on? I'm like, fight broke out. I'm like, okay, just walk with us. Walk with them for like 5 minutes. Died down. Then I'm like, catch you guys later. Give her a hug. Peace. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Ran downstairs. Got to the front of the Dolphin Mall. Police are on the it wasn't really the official police. These are like the mall cops though. They're all the way on the other side of the mall. As soon as I get on the mall, the car comes speeding. That's my cousin. He's like, get in. Hopped in the back seat, sped off. But he stayed in the area because the mall cops caught my cousin and his cousin or his homeboy. Luckily, my homeboy got a thing for sweet talking ladies. So he sweet talked the lady, got him up out there, got in the vehicle. We all drove home, put on some like unsigned hip hop music.
Back when music was music.
Yeah,
Back
I think
lyrics were
I
like
forgot who it
lyricists.
was, but it was like an unsigned. I think it goes like, in this life that ain't worth living, close your eyes and walk away. It was
Sound like a soundtrack to life right there, bro.
the
Sound like
beat
something you
was
play in the background while
the
life is
beat,
happening.
bro. We stayed quiet that whole ride and just let that whole song play. It was like it was like somebody died, but we didn't. But we just had it was just a crazy ass night. And then we had this one situation where we had a meeting with one of the other groups. Cause I had a meeting with them in the woods, and the crazy thing about it, nothing happened, by the way. But the crazy thing about it is the only person who was strapped in the woods was the leader who my cousin and our leader had a talk with. And I'm like, bro, next time we do something like that, go in there strapped. Don't go in there.
Shout
He's
out
the
to
only
the
motherfucker with a
shout
gun.
out to the cool heads back then, man. That was part of like the leadership back then for these crews. Like
Right.
shout out to the cool heads, because if it wasn't for the cool heads, all shit would have broke. Like all hell would have broke loose.
And the cool thing about it was he was basically like, I can make shit happen, but at the same time, we're here to keep the peace. We're here to keep the decorum. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't there physically. I was outside with my leader's girlfriend. You know, just keeping watch. You know, keep a watch of everything. So they went all the way in the woods and had the meeting. But everything was copacetic. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was mellow. Nothing happened. Shook on it. Had peace talks. Boom. But that wasn't with the group that we had beef with. That was on by the metro. It was something totally different. But it worked out. Slowly but surely, Sensei, we had to grow up. We had to grow up, and slowly but surely, we disbanded. But not like on no bullshit, on no fuck shit. It was we're gonna be boys. We're gonna be boys to the world, bro. That's always going. That's forever. That's forever. Like I said, we just had to grow up. Got more focus in school. Graduated and all that good shit. It was a learning experience. It was a learning experience to the point where, listen, yeah, we were all in the gang, but at the same time, if you really join the gang, you really join a gang.
Yeah.
And that comes with all of the responsibilities, because if we were really in a gang, the only way you can get out of the gang is if you get blessed, or
Yep.
You already know what that is. So
well, he's talking. You get a necklace. Like they give you a necklace to get out, like a nice little necklace.
No, Sensei.
No, but it's real, man. That's how it was, man. It's like to get out. Either you being blessed, like you said, or it's the worst part of it.
Right. You gotta pay with your life.
It's hard to share those kinds of stories with anybody, because not everybody walks that life, you know. And then you're gonna get those who get offended really easy when they hear stuff like that. And if you didn't grow up in those kind of situations, that kind of environment, I don't think you would ever understand unless you are willing to, unless you're opening your mind up to that kind of lifestyle and understanding what that person went through. It's one of those things where I'm very reluctant to speak about stuff like that. I hold myself back a lot when it comes to my experiences, because I'm not saying I saw it all, but I saw enough. I saw enough to know that what's in the news now, when it comes to anything, I look at it and go, and it's sad, but I'm desensitized to the point where it's like, okay, you know, I come from an era where walking to school in junior high school, walking to school, where I used to have to walk up it was like a 30-minute walk to go to school. And I used to have to, part of that walk was having to go up a hill in this area, this part of the Bronx called Creston Avenue, 183rd and Creston. Shout out to the crew. And that back then in the 80s and 90s was the high era of crack, you know, the crack era, you know. It was
indeed.
The drug wars, and we would, you know, against drugs, and the commercials with the frying eggs. This is your brain on drugs. That era. But it was rough, because every morning I would have to walk, Monday through Friday, I would have to walk there's no other way to get to the school, literally up this hill. And during this walk, I would see things around me that I would literally throw on my headset, my Walkman at the time, or CD Walkman at the time, and just keep walking, minding my business.
Right.
Because there were times where I literally was walking over people. You know, I'm not gonna get into that, the details of that, but walking over people. There were times where a bloody fist fight was happening between, you know, 5 guys and 1 guy getting jumped, getting his ass beat. And I'm just keep it going. And as they beating that guy's ass, because I was affiliated with something at the time, you know, with the gang, it was like, hey, what's up? You know, they was like, as they're beating him up, hey, what's up, man? Have a great day at school. And I'm walking to school, and I don't know if that was, you know, obviously that was part of me being part of a gang. But it's one of those things where, again, I'm reluctant to speak about that, because you're always going to get somebody who's not going to understand those stories and go, well, why did you live like that? Or you could have changed your life, or why did you even join? Or I don't believe in that kind of stuff. And I sit here and go, don't judge. Don't ever judge a person by the stories they're telling, because that's his experience. That's Yoby's experience. You know, that's what he went through. That's what he lived. Whether he could have changed that or not, whether he could have done something different, it doesn't matter at this point, because think about that. And
that's what I chose to do.
Think about the story he chose, people. He chose that pathway he took got him sitting here in front of a camera with me, talking about his experience, and he became the man he is today. The man he is today is because he went through that experience. You can't take that story away from somebody, whether you like it or not, because it makes that person. So that, again, I say I'm reluctant to speak on things of my past, but when I have, you and others in the past or in my future, whatever, come to me and have these conversations with me, and they open up that pathway for me, I'm sitting here going, okay, little by little, I can open up that shell, because you're sharing that experience. I think I could do the same. That we could put this on camera is a beautiful thing, but I appreciate you sharing your story, man. That's not easy to share. I know it's not. It's not easy to share, man. And I get to know you a little bit more, a lot more. That's why a part 2 had to happen. I wanted to,
of course.
open up that more of who and what Yoby is, and what he did, because knowing you like this is how is how we become brothers, man.
Of course.
It's how we become lifelong, buddies and brothers. And it may not be blood related, but it helps out in the long run, knowing this and sharing this. So it's one of the reasons why I was drawn to you from day one. Like, it was one of those things like, man, he genuine good guy, and I know he's got stories, and I want to hear these stories, and I can't say it enough, man. I appreciate you. For those watching this part of the episode, man, if you stuck this long and you listen to it, I appreciate you guys. Take something from this. Take whatever you can from this. But the stories we share on this is life. We don't all grow up not having those, not having to face those choices,
True that.
So I'm rambling now, but I appreciate you sharing that story, man. Yoby, that comes from the bottom, bro. That comes from the bottom.
Oh,
I
of course.
appreciate you, man.
Before we wrap it up, I got one more story.
No, we ain't wrapping up. Go ahead, man. You keep
okay,
going.
Cool. Okay. So, if this gets into the right ears and people are watching this, I want to say suicide is never the answer. And when I say that from experience.
Share it.
No, I am. I was just thinking about it the other day. I had a friend, her name was Jennifer. I met her on Facebook years and years and years ago. Super cool, sweetheart. Had no idea she was going through the shit she was going through. We liked each other a lot. Then after like a month or two, we just stopped talking. And then one day I hit her back up. I'm like, yo, what's up, Jennifer? I'm just checking up on you, see how's everything's good. It's like, yo, this is the Jennifer. I'm like, huh? Who's this? And her number texts me like, oh, hey, this is Tony, right? I'm like, yeah. Where's Jennifer? Oh no, this is her cousin. Yada, this and the third. She committed suicide. So once I found that out, I was just like, I was stuck, bro. I was at work. Because I was working at McDonald's at the time, and I was at work when that shit happens. And I just like, my phone dropped, and my coworker Brandon, he's like, yo, you good? I was like, nah, bro. Well, I was like, nah, I'm good, but nah. Like, he knew I wasn't good. I'm like, nah, I'm good, but I wasn't good. So the last 2 hours, I just stayed quiet. Once it hit like 11 o'clock, I cleaned up and went home. And to this day, I will never ever forgive myself, because I even told her before all the shit went down, like, yo, I will always be here for you. And I feel like the time that she needed me, I wasn't there. So that's always going to be a burden on my soul that I carry with me for the rest of my life. So, Jennifer, rest in peace, baby girl. You are missed. I miss you, and I apologize. I'm holding up down here. So, so when I say suicide is never the answer, suicide is never the answer. They have a suicide prevention hotline. You can always call. Someone will always pick up. Or anybody on Twitter. If you see me on Twitter, you could DM me. We can talk. It's never the answer. That should never be the end game. I know we live on Earth. We live on a fucked up planet. We go through bullshit every single day, but it got to be up to you. At the end of the day, it starts with you to keep that faith, to stay strong, to believe in yourself. You can always lean on your loved ones to help you up through it. I've been through that. I've been through depression. I've been through suicidal thoughts. I've been through all that shit. To this day, I am happy. Still working on my happiness, but to this day now, I am A1, grade A1, perfect in condition. I am great. But in a time of weakness, like I said, that's when I discovered peace, love, life. My hashtag, my life, my baby, my goal, my everything. That helped me. But it's been a time when I was even weaker past that, and that couldn't help me. Had a friend, her name is Nia. Two friends, Nia and Catherine. I love these two ladies with my whole entire fiber of being. They saved me from taking my own life. That I can share, and that's real. So Nia, if you're watching this, you're probably not, but if you are, love you, kid. You know I love you. And Catherine, I love you with all my heart. Even though we stopped talking here and there, but you know I'm always gonna be here, dude. Likewise. So if they saved me in many ways possible, and I saved myself as well. So that's why I always say suicide is never the answer. You have many souls around. You have many beings you can talk to. Hell, you can see someone who's on Twitter you don't even know. Hit them up. Maybe they can help you. Maybe they'll be able to save you. Hell,
Yes,
for
sir.
all, for all we know, you might unknowingly save them in return.
Yeah,
By, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So suicide is never the answer. Souls are always around. It's like my brother Blizzy say, souls are forever. Stay strong. We always
Mhm.
gotta stay strong. We're
Um,
on this. We're on this 24/7. This is a powerful device. All it takes is one doop 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 doop. Just walk up a conversation. You could save someone's life. Hell, you can end, you can start work. You can start the slowly thing of world peace with this. Um, don't be afraid. Peace, love, life. Stay inspired. Stay adamant. Chase your dreams. Whoever says that you can't do it, prove them wrong. I had an old coworker who said, "Hey, Tony, you can't rap. I can't rap. My music is on iTunes right now. It ain't the best shit ever, but that's some of my old material. So, yo, hey Bryce, I can rap, bro. So, um, stay passionate. Chase your dreams. Don't let a fucking soul on this earth, in your life, in your family, tell you that you can't do what you want to do. Because the moment you allow them to say that to you, and you let that shit take root of your mind, it's gonna spread like cancer. And it's
yep.
gonna create doubt, and it's gonna keep you back down at the bottom. It starts with you. Don't let a single soul tell you what you can and cannot do because you can do it. Dream big. It's all about dreaming big. Peace, love, life. Back to you, Sensei.
Yobi, I appreciate you sharing that with us, man. That's a it's heavy. It's heavy, but it needs to be
It's,
shared. Stuff
it's
like
the
that.
truth, bro.
It's the truth, and a lot of us don't like. A lot of us like sugarcoating the truth, but I appreciate you sharing that experience with us. Another good story there. Like many of us, we've lost many people to suicide. Like Yobi said, I'll echo this. It's never the answer. There is somebody out there who's willing to listen. In fact, I put down below the National Suicide Hotline if you guys need to call that.
Yep, 1-800-273-8255.
Toll free number, man. And you'll just said it with the power of phone, man. You can get on your phone just like you do on Twitter and social media. If you need somebody to listen to you, call that number, man. I've always said this too. I'm a total stranger to most people on Twitter, but if you feel comfortable enough, you can reach me on DM, man. And let me know you need somebody to say hello to you. People forget that just a smile and a hello a day to anybody, to a random stranger, that might just brighten up their day, you know.
That's
And I believe in the
100%, dude.
I believe in the pay it forward concept, you know. If
Mm.
good's done to you, share that good forward. Share that good forward. You know, it's just it's only right. But um,
Sensei,
yeah,
it's only right because I've always I always tell people this. If Right, another story time before we get up out of here. I'm so
do your
sorry,
thing, man.
Sensei.
Do your thing.
So shout out to my boy Xbox 448. We met on Twitter. This is around the time when I got into the gaming community, because when I got the Xbox One. By the way, the Xbox One, I was gonna when they announced it, I was gonna get it regardless. But what sold me on the Xbox One was when they announced Killer Instinct. I
Mm,
was like, yo, that's my first game. That
they
is
better
my
bring that
first
back.
game. Oh, they are. So around, so I was like a year or two, or like I think 2, 3 years after I had it, I got into the gaming community. I had no idea that a person like me on Twitter posting gameplay because I didn't even know that shit existed. I was like, what the fuck is this? Then you got people video game streaming. I was like, okay, wait, hold up. Sensei, what the fuck is this? What is going on? And I know he's streaming video games and people sitting there cheering him on, typing. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
Whole new experience. I was like, yo, this is insane. So I met my boy at Xbox 448. I call him. I saw him post a tweet. Was it? I think it was on a tweet or was on the podcast. It was one of them things. So I'm like, yo, what's your address? But this is like when we became like brothers. Like, yo, what's your address? So he's like, I'm like, yo, be home in around next week Tuesday. He's like, all right. He's like, I appreciate it, brother. What is it? I'm like, be home around Tuesday, motherfucker. That's what I'm gonna say. Be home around Tuesday, right? So
Yeah.
he was home and he texted me on the Twitter. He wrote, bro, what the fuck? Then his girlfriend at the time, she's like, who sent you this? Yoby sent you this? He was like, yeah, Yoby sent me. And she was like, send it back, send it back. So and he was like, yo, bro, why did you do this? I'm like, I've seen you mention it plenty times, and this is all from the heart, bro. This is all from the heart. I don't need nothing from you in return. All I need from you in return is to stay the same solid motherfucker as you always are. Fast forward a couple years later, I sent my boy, I can't remember his name right now. It's a birthday. Sent him again. Yo, what game you want for your birthday? What game do you want for your motherfucking birthday? Answer my damn question. It's like, damn, you don't have to be aggressive. So sent what's send him a birthday gift. But people think I do this since they think I do this to be I have an ulterior motive to be trying to be buddy buddy with everybody. I'm like, no, man. I'm spreading
Mm.
peace. I'm spreading peace, love, life, the joy, the way I know how to, the best way I know how to spread it. K Mega, love you, brother. So on this GRG show, they've been teasing like, oh, yeah, you ain't got no Nintendo Switch, you ain't got no Nintendo shit, you ain't no real gaming. No, I got just picking and teasing them. This is
Oh
like
my god.
this is going on for like maybe like 2, 3 months straight. I'm like, you know what? I'm finna shut all this shit up right now. Posting in the super chat, I'm like, yo, fuck what they talking about. I got you, my boy. He's like, you got me, I got you. So, but I surprised him. So sent him the Switch, but he didn't know. I mean, he knew it was a Switch, but he didn't know like the whole ordeal. So I sent him two
Right, right, right,
packages.
right.
Sent him two packages. He had actually recorded himself. The first package, he opened up his Switch. He was like, "Yo," he's like, "Are you kidding me? Got the Switch, yada yada yada." He's like, "Oh man, yo, thank you so much. Appreciate you, brother. Like you have no idea." So and then he was like, "I don't know how long I'm gonna have this, cause you know my wife gonna take this shit over."
Mm.
But I already had that in mind. So the second package he was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" It was the Switch Mini that was
Okay.
for his wife. So the Switch, big boy Switch for him, and then Switch Mini for his wife, because I knew that she was gonna take over his Swiss. I'm like, no, 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 I took care of it. I'm like, okay, this is a late birthday slash wedding gift from me to yours and to you and the missus. And I always say this. This is this is the heart, always speaking from the heart. This is me showing my appreciation for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's always love. It's always love. Always people understand. I always speak from a place of love. If I'm yelling at you, if I'm cussing your ass out, if I'm making you feel like shit, it
A
always
lot of
come
people,
from a place of
a
love.
lot of people forget that. They forget where it comes from. When you come from the heart, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be sugar coated. It doesn't necessarily
Right.
mean it's going to be great or great. Good advice, bad. Like it's not positive. It's not always going to be positive. I'll tell people this. I'll tell people if you want me in your life, you
Mm,
want me 100% in your life, you're
right.
going to get 100% of me.
Dude, I
And if
tell my
that means not yesing you to death,
mhm,
because I've noticed a lot of people get this circle around them where it's always yes, 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 yes. They
mm,
don't get the constructive criticism
that they
to help
need.
them that they need to help them grow, and that goes both ways. I'm not saying
Right,
me
right,
telling you all the time, but
right,
that should go both ways. Because if I'm
right.
telling you
Mhm,
negative stuff and you're not, or not negative stuff, but if I'm giving you criticism
right.
and you're not doing that back to me, then
Mhm,
one of us is failing.
right. I tell my coworker Katia, love you, kid. I always tell him like, listen, I understand you have your bad days. I have my bad days, but listen, this is me here. When you come to work and you see me, I understand you have your bad day. You might be feeling like shit, but and I always tell her this: I'm your friend, and as my job, it's my job to cheer you up and keep that smile on your face. Because other people, coworkers, was like, "Oh, you always making her smile. Oh, are you like her boyfriend? Anything?" No, fam. I'm doing my job as a friend.
Yep.
If your friend is down, you're gonna do what you can to make her smile. Doing my job. I don't feel good. I had this in the third. I'm just in one of my moods. So I do little silly shit like yo, I'm here, dog. Hey, yo, what up? Yo. You know what I'm saying? Like
Like
so,
making light of the situation, man. That's all.
right.
Yeah.
So it's this one thing I always do. I'm like Katia. Like when she's feeling down, she'll look at me and she was like, and I always go. It was like, "Oof," and they
Yo,
always smile.
yo, that you got me off guard with that. Yo, you caught me off guard with that. That was cool. Oh man.
Guarantee you,
Woo.
every time I do that, instantly laughing, instantly smile, it always makes her feel better. So, and I always tell them, and she was like, "Papa, you're so crazy, but I appreciate you. You're a good friend." I looked at him like with a chin. I'm like, "Yo, that's my job, dog.
Hmm.
You do the same for me, so I got to do the same for you. We
That
we
part,
got we got to incorporate that."
the reciprocation of, but it's a pay it forward concept, man.
Right? It's all about the
If
vibes,
I'm
bro.
there for you, man, because you're having a rough day,
Mhm.
I expect. Well, not expect. I want same back, man. If you see me down, and I've reached out. You've reached out to me
Oh,
when
of
you noticed
course.
that at one time I was going through some stuff and I tweeted. I don't really get personal and stuff, but I tweeted like I'm really going through one right now. And
Mhm.
you automatically reached out to me on DM with like, "Hey, Sensei, you need something? Let me know. We can have a talk. Let's go to party chat.
Always.
Let's do whatever we need to do to get that conversation out." And I'm like, man,
Oh,
those
and when
were
I
things.
told you that, I kept my distance, 'cause, like, "Know what?
Right. You wasn't
Let me do it from
invading.
afar," you know
No,
what
and
I'm
that's
saying?
the thing. You
It's
didn't
it it's it's
invade.
it's that respect level.
Right. You didn't invade that respect, which is
Mhm,
I when I saw him, like, man, this guy didn't overstep his boundary. He did it
mhm,
just right. And I reached out to him, like, man, if I need you, trust me, I'm gonna reach out to you because there's a level of respect with me and you.
mhm,
And knowing that respect, knowing that space with us. And it's an amazing thing because again, when I tweeted that was months ago, and like you automatic I don't have personal friends. I don't have family members that reach out to me when they know I'm going to something. To
and
have
isn't that fucked up?
that is really fucked up. Like the people that are in my everyday life are not reaching out to me. It's like,
Mhm,
wow, that's you know, it goes both ways too, because
right.
it's what, but it's just I don't have that. And then here's Yoby reaching out to me on DMs, going, "Hey, bro, I know you may need me or not, but I'm here." And we've had conversations way before that, like
Oh,
on a party
of
chat,
course,
and
yeah.
we went deep on life, and we like at that point was like, oh shit, this is real. And
Mhm.
I mean, we had 100 on that party chat. I won't 100. I
Bald-head
won't put out
bastard.
your shit out there, but it's one of those things where it was all three of us in a
Mhm,
conversation, and we life came out, bro. The real
Right.
came out. At
Right.
one
Right.
point in
Right.
that conversation, we decided to say, all right, bro, that's it. Let's get real.
Right.
And we did.
Get
And we
real.
appreciated as grown men, as adults, we left it there and we moved on, you know?
Yeah. Like, I remember 100 told me something. I'm like, yo, I would slap the shit out you. Like, yo, like, come on. You
Mm-hmm.
smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go into detail because that's our personal business. But I'm like, yo, you smarter than that. Come on, bro. I might call you a bald head bastard a lot of time, but you smarter than that. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to your boys to keep you on your one and twos, man. It's up to your boys to keep you on, not even your boys, just your friends in general. And like when I always come from a place of love, I do it in a respectable way, and to the point where I'm not trying to be too pushy with it. You know what I'm saying? So like like with Luca, Ashley Luca, shout out to you, Queen. Always
By the way, I'm building up the confidence to ask her to be on my show because I know she's a star. So I'm trying to work
she's
my way up there. So
she's the queen. She's the queen.
is she
So
not? Is she not? Like,
and
wow.
she's the queen. So and I always tell Luca, because you know what this world today, there's this fucking stigma with American black women, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit. So I always tell Luca, like, yo, Queen Luca, like, it was just International Women's Day. I think, was it today or yesterday? One of them. And I dedicated that tweet to her. I'm like, yo, you are appreciated. I appreciate you. I appreciate the shit you're doing out here. And I told her, I always tell her from in public and in private, I'm gonna hold you down always. You need anything, you let me go, whether it's on Twitter or outside of the internet. You just let me know. Like, I always got your back. And when I tell people this, male or female, people think, oh, especially to a female, people think, oh, he's being extra nice or he's trying to get with her. It's not even like that, bro. It's a matter of support. When that support system is there, you can never go wrong with a support system. Even if it's one person, two, three, 10 million, you have that support system there. Whether you're right or wrong, they're gonna have your back. They're gonna tell you when you're right. They're gonna tell you when you're wrong. They're gonna tell you that you went off the deep end, and they're gonna tell you what's in the best interest for you, like on a business tip, in a
Yeah.
construction criticism kind of way. And I always tell that to my friends, and I always let Luca know, Luca, you always appreciated, Queen. I always got your back. You are always appreciated. I'm gonna hold you down because you don't see enough of that in the community, bro. Even though people got
No, no,
tons and tons of followers, you still don't
it
see that in the community,
you
and I
don't.
and I don't understand it. So whenever
It's
every chance I get, I always let Twitter know,
everybody's
like,
in
yo, Luca, I
competition.
got your back. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's in competition. That's all. Everybody's in a
Mm,
competition when it comes to that stuff. So
mhm.
it's one of those things where it's. I mean, I could. You want story time? I came into this game last March. The whole
Just
podcasting
March?
just March of last year.
I don't see it, dog. I feel like you've been here longer than that, fam.
Well, well, I mean, I attribute okay, so I attribute that because I was corporate trainer. So for a long time, I was training in front of groups of people, like
Mhm.
crews of people.
All
And
right.
then when the pandemic started, I was doing it from home on a camera. So that kind of helped out
Oh
my
wow, the Zoom shit.
right. But if you watch
Sheesh.
from start to finish, you
Mm,
can see how I progressed and grew. Like I was
of
weird
course.
back then.
All right.
But it's one of those things where I can tell you stories for days, and I've only been in the game for like 1 year. But I could tell you stories for days about the support system and how that works, and who's who and what's what. But
Mm,
I don't care about that stuff. For me, is I'm here to pump. I'm here to pump. I'm here to hype you up. I'm here to tell you, whatever you need me to do to get you going, because I believe in you.
mm.
But I only expect that reciprocated to me, and not only when I'm pumping you out, but it should be on like a reciprocating thing.
Right.
I've been doing this again for close to a year now.
Sensei, before you continue, when I'm gonna be real with you, the majority of the time when I send out love to people and 99% of the time I tell them I support them. That's dirt. this might sound fucked up, but I honestly, majority of the time, I don't expect to receive it back,
And you shouldn't. And you shouldn't.
and I don't, because it's like, yo, this is from the heart. Help, may this energy help you, and I go about my day. You know what I'm saying? And it,
Yeah, no, and I agree with that. But
like,
there are some individuals who have weird vibes, man.
right,
And you will, whether it be
and I always tell them,
family,
right, and I
whether it
always
be
tell them
family or
like,
strangers.
I don't want nothing in return. I don't expect anything. I just
Hmm.
expect you to stay and be at your greatest. That's all it is, dude. That's all it is at the end of the day.
I think on that note, we are going to wrap it up. We man, Yobi, this is part two of what we've been speaking about from the last part to this part.
All
We
right,
got heavy on this one, but it was needed.
of course, it's definitely needed.
I use this as therapeutic. It's a therapeutic value to me, and I hope that for my guests who come on the show, including yourself, that you feel the same way. That this is an open forum. There's no judgment here. You're able to speak. Hopefully, the viewers, when they see this, they understand where we're coming from, and they get a better understanding of who Yobi is, and what this show is about. But I appreciate you blessing my show once again. This is part two, and it couldn't be done just in one session. It had to
Nah,
be done in two, as you can see why. But life gets spoken between me and Yobi a lot, and he's blessed my show with his stories, and those are the stories that he shared. As a human being, he shared that with us, and I hope we take that those stories and value it to the point where you see a character, a personality, and what Yobi and who he is. A lot of times people see us in front of a camera doing these shows and or on Twitter talking about different things, and we forget that we are humans behind this. There's a human being typing. There's a human being in this camera talking to you, and
I see. Y'all
we
gotta
put on this
understand something.
show.
This they gotta understand something. You see this Yobi, Dragonheart Yobi? When these cameras off, I'm the same motherfucker. When I'm at work, I'm the same motherfucker. When I'm away from work, when I'm out in the mall or whatever, if I ever go to whenever I go to the mall, I'm the same motherfucker. That's it. When you see me out and about, you're gonna see headphones. Not these exact ones. These are like my podcast slash
Right,
clubhouse
right.
headphones. You're gonna see headphones. You're gonna see my glasses. You're gonna see my little chain going about my day, rocking out the music. You go when I'm at work, you're gonna see the exact same thing. I go in my little corner, dishwashing, headphones on. I don't bother nobody. People's like, "Hey, did you hear what happened this there?" I'm like, "No, I'm at work. I'm in my corner rocking out. Oh, such and such happened when you were in." I'm like, I don't care. Is it gonna make me more money? No, I don't care. In
No,
my
man.
corner, rocking out to work. I be in my own bubble, bro. I be in my own bubble, just chilling, knocking the shit out so I can go home, get my money, and do it all over again the
That's
next day.
it, bro. That's it. And go get and go do what got us together
Right,
in the first place. Go
right.
game.
And on top of that, hopefully I go home, leaving work, learning something new.
You should
Learning
always learn something new every day. I
at
don't care
least
how big or
at
small it
least
is.
learn another
Learn
new. Yeah,
something new every day. You should
of
always learn
course.
something new every day. Never stop yourself from learning. But Yobi, as I always said, man, I appreciate you. I really do. This conversation doesn't end because I hit end here.
Hmm.
We obviously have conversations off camera a lot of the times. We continue this foundation we built going forward, and I definitely will watch you on a future show. It doesn't even have to be a show, but something in the future, even the main podcast, on Sundays. Come on there, man. I'm sure Logic would appreciate. I would appreciate you blessing us again on our live show on the podcast Sundays at 5. I had to shamelessly plug that. So
That could be a huge, big possibility because I'm now currently working with my job to change my schedule. We just got another dishwasher, so I wouldn't say play my cards right because I, I Sensei, I hate working the fucking night shift.
been
I
there, done
hate it.
that. I come.
I
I don't know if you know
hate
this, but
it.
I come from the kitchen. I'm a next
Yo,
chef. So the night shift was terror, bro.
I understand we were short staffed, but bro, I hate the night shift. We got a new guy that told the chefs and manager, yo, I want to be on morning shift. Oh, but we got such and such working the morning shift. Listen, working a morning shift is a privilege at my job. It's a privilege. If you're gonna work the morning shift, you got to be on your P's and Q's, even if it's slow.
Mm,
You got to make sure section C. I'm just throwing out random shit. You got to make sure section C stays up to par. Section in my department, section A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you got to make
No, no,
sure all
no.
that stays.
What's the worst is when you have your shit cleaned up, ready to go, the kitchen spotless, and here comes that 10 top that walks in at 2 minutes before closing because they're out there doing
Oh,
their
never
fun.
fails, never fails, never
They're out
fails,
there doing their fun. Nothing
never,
against them,
never
but
fails.
I mean, you should at least have some sort of awareness
Oh no, no, see
that is closing in 2 minutes.
like no, they know, but at the same time, like when I'm closing, when that happens, I was like, it's all good. I don't really sweat it because all my shit is done. The rest of my shit I had to do is done. I'm just waiting for them to bring the rest of the dishes. You bring the rest of the dishes. It's like, see, me personally, I don't leave. I don't clock out until I've have every single last dish cleaned and put away. They always say like, "Yo, you done?" I'm like, "No." How many more tables we got left? Oh, we don't have any. I'm like, "Go double check." No, I'm telling you the truth. Double fucking check because I'm not leaving here until all my shit is
Go
done.
check your stations. Go check all that.
Sensei, guarantee you not. 10 seconds after the other server leaves, here comes management bringing in more dishes. I'm like, where did that come from? Oh, I just got it from the station where the guys do the silverware. And then the server who I talked to before, a minute later, he comes back with like 10 plates. I'm like, I thought we had no more plates. I mean, I thought we had no more tables. He's like, we didn't, but this was in that big section. I'm like, yeah, uh-huh. After you told me like 2 minutes ago that we didn't have no more tables, we didn't have no more plates. So where did that come? It just magically appeared out of nowhere. He's like, yo, stop busting my balls. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to bust your balls. The quicker we get these shits out here, the
The
quicker
quick
we
we
can
out of
all go
here.
home.
Quick we out of here. Yep.
Like, bro, like, because when it's Friday and Saturday, all of us is there past 12:30, 1 o'clock, everybody's doing like between 10 and like 13 hours. Cool. Because it's Friday and Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
that's the money day. That's when everybody's getting paid, making money. But basically what I was trying to say, so when it comes to the opening shift, it is a privilege because you gotta have section A through section G pretty. I received the shitty end of the stick because when Thursdays, and you could say I'm a disgruntled employee, I don't give a fuck. But when Thursdays comes around, I come in at 5, I'm coming in after the opener, shit is not looking how it's supposed to look. Management looking at me crazy. Oh, why do you have this attitude? What attitude? You think I shouldn't have an attitude when I tell you the same ish every single week? You know what I'm saying? So, and I dealt with that because like, you know what? I, I'm gonna be a soldier about this situation, not for them, but for me, because it got to a point. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop holding myself up to a certain standard for you motherfuckers. I'm doing it for me from now on. And I was about to transfer to a different store because you guys. I think you said this. I forgot what it was. I think you said know your worth or some shit like that, or
Oh hell yeah! Know your worth, bro.
know your worth and know how to negotiate with my old boss. I'm like, yo, you want me at this new spot? I need another raise, two raises, and I want opening shifts. He's like, the first one done. The second one, I don't know yet. I'll let you know. He never hit me back. If he would have said yes on the second one, I would have transferred. I'd have went
You
to a
have
different
to.
store.
It's so.
I
A
would have.
lot of people forget that
It'd have
part.
been like that.
A
Because
lot of people. A lot of people
I
forget
always
that
tell people,
part. Know your worth.
dude, I always tell people in my job, I'm like, bro, you don't. I always tell these people that I'm like, listen, when you're at a job, you're at a job to work, right? But and I always say if someone or manager asks you to do something, they're asking you. They're not demanding you. You could always tell them yes or no. You can say yes, I'm comfortable doing that, or you could always say no, I'm not comfortable doing that. Majority of the time, I always say, hey, you want me to do this? No, I'm not doing it. You know why? Because you got Tweedledee, Tweedledum sitting over there leaning and not doing anything. I'm not saying leaning as in it's not done. Leaning and chitter chatting like nothing's got to be done. I was like, nah. I'm like, nah. Tweedledee, Tweedledum, have them do it. I'm over here handling my shit. No, and they don't get mad. Management understanding because I'm standing on my own two feet, and what's the word? I'm standing on my own 2 feet, and they like that I'm stern but respectful with it. Now you come to me with some crazy shit. I'm like, no, fuck what you talking about. Because such and such and such, such and such, such. I did my part. Let them do their part. You know what I'm saying? I always try to keep a certain level of respect there. And my manager's like, hey, they're not gonna like you. I'm not here to be fucking liked. I don't care about that. You don't have to like me, but you're gonna respect what the fuck I do in this bitch. I know that for a fact. We're gonna respect my shit, respect my space. We could get along fine, or we don't get along fine. But at the end of the day, this is a fucking business. Let's get this shit done,
It's a
get this
job
shit
that has to
clean, so
get
we
done.
can
I'm
go
doing the
home.
job. You didn't hire me for me you didn't hire me to be your best friend.
Right.
Period. I had to do the job.
I always tell these guys in management, I'm not here to kiss nobody ass, bro. I'm not here to kiss nobody ass. If we become cool in the process, cool. If not, I don't care. I'm here to get this shit done and go home.
That's it. That's it. That's all I have to do.
Right. So basically the morning shift, like I said, morning shift is a privilege. That's all it's when I say it's a privilege, they trust you. Morning shift, they trust you to keep things up on the up and up.
There's nothing
Them
worse than coming in the morning shift and knowing the night shift didn't do their shit.
yo,
Mm.
Sensei,
Yeah, bro, I tell you,
Sensei,
I come from
when
the kitchen
bro,
background. I know.
bro, it was a couple months ago. I was an opener. By the way, with the whole opening shit, they took my openings away from me. So that's why I want
By
my
the way,
shit back.
you guys are getting bonus content.
Bonus
This show
content.
ended about a half hour ago, but
Right,
we still going.
right. So took my opening shifts away from me. Anyway, I I left at 5 o'clock that day. Next morning I came in since it was like started at 8:30, but something told me to come in an hour early. I came in an hour early. Bro, the dish pit was full of dishes. The container to hold all the silverware was full of silverware. Dirty. Whole thing full. I go onto the other side where that's the other side of the dish pit that's next to the office. All three sinks full with dirty dishes. I was like, yo, what the fuck happened last night? I sent a picture to my manager. I'm like, yo, he wrote back, capitalized letter, what the fuck? He's like, are you good? How didn't you write back? I was cleaning in. The other one of the other older guys, Ray. I call him Dun Ray because he's Dun Ray. He's the Dun. Super cool as shit. I call him Dun Ray. So he was like, Poppy, what's wrong? I looked at him. I was like, and these ladies like, Poppy, what's wrong? And mid sentence, he was like, oh shit. He said, oh shit. So he went in the
He
back,
said,
put an
"Oh
apron.
shit, oh shit, okay, I'll get apron. I'll be back."
Yeah, oh shit. So he went and got no words. He went and got an apron, got on the other side of the second part of the district that's next to the office, started knocking that shit down. Because me and him, we built a respect where if I'm in the dumps, he got my back. If he's in a dump, I got his back. So it's Sensei. It was dude. That shit looked like a hurricane hit that place. That's how bad it was. It was terrible. But But yeah, like I said, but morning shifts is a privilege. You got to be on your P's and Q's because the morning when it comes to the morning shift, they expect you to be on your A game. Whether it be slow or busy, they want you to be on your A game. They want everything to be like nice and copacetic, you know. So it is when you like I said, it's a privilege, and when you're on that opening shift, and someone comes behind you to take over after you leave, you got to make sure all that shit is nice and pretty and ready for the next person. 9 times out of 10, it hasn't been like that. So I had to voice my opinion and, throw little threats out there to get my point across. He's like, yo, then here comes the I'm sorry's. I don't want to hear I'm sorry. We have to do better. If you want me to come in earlier, I will come in earlier. I will help catch such and such up. It's no thing with me. Like I always say, I always talk from a place of love and a place of respect. If you take that the wrong way, I don't know what to say to you. But I think that'll be my little piece for that. Because I think Sensei, thank you. Thank
Well,
you.
I do. Well,
I had
it,
that. I had to put some more real life into that, you know. So
this is
so once I get, hopefully when I get my opening shifts back, I will be able to be featured on more podcasts. I'll be able to be
you
on
will
Lemons. I'll be able to be
you'll be
on
sure
100. I'll
you
be able to
be
be on yours.
you be sure to let me know when that happens, though.
I will, because Lemon told me the same thing. He's like, "Yo, your situation changed the job. Let me know, son." I'm like, "I got you." So, and that's what I was saying. That's the main thing why I want to get back on my opening show, so I could appear on more podcasts with the bros and assist. That's what it is at the end of the day.
Yep. Well, I mean, I plan on doing the same thing. Get back on the now that I'm back on the horse. Get back out there and be
Mhm.
on people's shows if they are welcoming in there. Go back on people's show, guesting and that kind of stuff.
Hell yeah.
But I have to. I don't mean to do this, but I have to cut it short because there's some things going on right now in this house that I
Mm,
got to take care of.
mm.
But
The
I
kids.
appreciate this is this is real for real this time. I do appreciate you
Mm.
coming in here, blessing me with your stories. They're I mean, you didn't have to do that, and you did. But I appreciate you. But like I always say every single Sunday, I mean, I say Sunday. I'm used to the podcast.
Right, right,
Like I
right,
say
right.
every single
Yeah,
ending
yeah,
of the show.
yeah.
Before I do, final thoughts.
Final thoughts is peace, love, life. Like I always say, chase your dreams. The only person who can stop you from chasing your dream is you. Don't let no sucker let nobody stop you from doing what you do. Because if you keep chasing your dreams, you could be the one to change the world. And when I say change the world, change someone's outlook, change someone's
Starts with one.
prerogative, change someone's perspective, change someone's mind. You could wake that mind up for
Starts
them
with
to
one.
chase their dream. It starts with one. So,
Reach
and
one,
then
teach one.
reach one, teach one. And then once you changing the world, you could change the world of these many people. In return, those people can end up changing the world on a global scale for the better. So, peace, love, life. That's all I gotta say.
Blessings with
Chase your
that. I
dream.
appreciate you, Yobi. Now we're really out of here. But like I say, every single end of my either podcast or my, my this content here, my creative corner, I say this will premiere on Friday. You guys will see me, but happy fucking
Fucking
gaming.
gaming. Peace, love, life. Y'all be good.
Peace out.
Peace.